In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how you can create this really cool infographic in PowerPoint all the way from scratch. What I'll do in this video is I'll first create the infographic, and secondly, we'll look at the animation part. Now, if you want to follow along in this tutorial, this is the color palette that I've used, so you can pause the video and add them to your screen right now. And we're starting from a blank slide. Now I'm going to change the layout to blank and then go to Design, Variants, and here choose the color palette that you have the color codes from. Next, we're going to the Insert tab and we're going to add that infographic. So I'm going to add the chart, go for a pie chart, and then choose a donut. Now what we want is we want to have equal sizes of the pie. So I'm going to label it all 50 and I'm going to do that 8 times in total. So we have 8 parts. You can extend this if you want, it's not a must. Then we go back into PowerPoint and here we can see the chart with the 8 points. I'm going to remove all the unnecessary data, so we don't need those. We just need the parts here. Right click, Format Data. And now we're going to adjust the look and feel of the donut chart so it matches our infographic. Now, if you don't have it selected, you can select the infographic. And then if you select one of the pie charts or one of the parts, it will open up this series option. Here you can play around with the donut hole size. So I'm going to make it just like this. And then you can choose the explosion. You can increase it to make it wider or leave a small gap just like this. I'm going to go for around 8%. And then at the top, you can play around with the rotation. I'm going to leave that at 0 for now. Hey, real quick before we continue with the tutorial, I have a program available that teaches you all the fundamentals you need to become a professional slide designer. So if you want to be able to turn any slide into a good looking slide, no matter which type of occasion it is, maybe a meeting, maybe a conference, maybe a sales deck, you'll know exactly how to turn any slide into an impactful, meaningful slide. So if you want to learn how to do that, check the link in the description below. Let's get back to the video. What we'll do now is we select the infographic, we Ctrl X to cut it, and then we go to paste here on top and then use paste special. We're going to select picture or SVG and then press OK. And this turns the infographic into a SVG file, which means we can ungroup it. It will give a pop-up, just click yes, and then ungroup once more. So you have all the different elements from that pie chart. Let me just give those a dark color so we can see them. And depending on however many you want, I'm going to use 6 in this infographic, so I'm going to remove the bottom 2. You can always increase the numbers in the Excel if you want more charts of the pie. What I'm going to do with those is group them together and increase them in size, just like this, and then ungroup again. Let's already give each of those a nice color, so let's start with the light and go gradually darker for each other block that we take. Let's make this the darkest that we have, and then we have one left, so I'm going to go for that darkest version of the color palette. Now let's also make the background a bit more special. So I'm going to go for gradients and then choose, let's say we start from here. We can choose any of the presets or we can create it ourselves. I'm going to choose a radial because I like that light part in the middle where we have that white stop on the left and then we have that blue stop here on the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add one stop in between so I can nicely control that fade and make sure it looks something like this. You can always make it transparent if it's too harsh, but I'll keep that on 0 for now. We can see that we also have a bit of an outline. So I'm going to remove the outline on the blocks. So we have a clean working file or a clean shape to work with. Let's add these small triangles. So hold a small triangle and position that if I scroll and zoom in a little bit and then rotate it, make it slightly smaller, just like this. And I'm going to give it the same fill color and also no outline. And then position it in the center of that block. So it sort of points inwards. I'm going to copy it and paste it on the other blocks as well. So just rotate each time and paste it where it needs to go. You can always use the arrow keys to adjust it nicely and put it exactly in the center where you want it. Repeat for the others. Just make sure to select the entire thing and nudge it into place. And once more for the final one, just like this. Then we're going to give those the same colors as the main blocks. So let's do that for the others. And then darker tones. And eventually the last one, that darkest tone. If you don't like the rotation, you can just manually tweak it until everything nicely points towards the center. There we go. And then once you scroll backwards, you see you have that nice pointing infographic, which is what we want. I'm going to merge those shapes. So go to Format and then Merge. You can also group them. Depends a bit on how you want to use them later on. I'm going to merge them. That makes it easier to change the outlines if I want to add them. And they act as one shape. So merge and merge those individually. Now we're going to add some text to the slide. So I'm going to add text box and let's call this 01. For the font, I'm going to use Poppins. Let's make it white, a bit larger. Let's complete the font. Poppins, there we go. make it bold. And then we say title here in caps, maybe a bit smaller. Don't think we need that bold font anymore. And then some text, lorem ipsum dolor sit amet. Of course, that can go quite a few fonts lighter and smaller. I'll just use some dummy text. You can of course use your own content here and place that in one of the blocks. Then I'm going to adjust it so that everything nicely fits. So I'm going to give it a bit more room, play around with the positioning, and then once you're happy with the content, you can group it together and then paste it in the other blocks as well. So just hold the Option key on a MacBook, and I think it's an Alt key or Control key on a Windows, and you can just copy those selections and adjust them like this. And now you can change the numbers, so 02, 003 that is, 04, 05, and 06. So now that we have this, we can see that the infographic is starting to take place. I'm going to make those clouds for now, so I'm going to drag a circle, no outline, and I'm just going to repeat those in the shape of a cloud. You can make maybe one larger here at the end and smaller one, so you can create some organic shapes for the cloud. And then let's top that off with a rectangle at the bottom where we connect those two circles, and then just adjust it, also remove the outline and copy those until we have a nice cloud. And just make sure there's no holes in, select them all, shape format, union, and this way we have a nice cloud. I'm going for the gradient fill and then set it to linear. I'm going to set this to both white, so remove one stop, set this to white as well, and then make one transparent. And of course I want it the other way around, so I'm going to reverse the selection and do it just like this. Now you can already play with the gradient if you want more or less of the cloud visible. That you can do in this stop here. And just select it a few more times, maybe one smaller. Let's rotate that, flip it horizontally so we have some variation. Send that to back, so it's in the back of the graphic. That always looks nice. And let's copy it a few more times, maybe rotate this one as well. You can group them together if you want to scale them. Send to back, and just like this. That could work nicely. Now I'm going to paste in an icon that I found, a light bulb in the middle. And now that we have our infographic in place, let's start with the animation part. And for that, we can also do two things. First, you can animate it with Morph if you have the new version of PowerPoint, or if you have the older ones, I'll also show you how you can do it with fade or float in animations. So here we have the slide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create the duplicate. And once more, so we have the original version to work with, and then two for the Morph. The last version, so the last slide, is going to be the end state of Morph. The first slide, the beginning slide, is going to be the beginning place of all the elements. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag out the clouds, hold shift so you can move them in a straight line. That's always good. And then I'm going to drag away the elements. You can group those together. So now the text and the box in the background is not the same or not grouped. You can group them, just make sure that you do it on the both beginning and end slide. That is important. If you don't do that and you group them on one side and not on the other, they might, or the morph transition might not work because it needs to be exactly the same. So I'm just going to select them both. That also works just like this. We have nothing on the slide. Select the second slide here on the left, go to transitions, and this way you can see, I'll put it on full screen. And this way you can see as soon as we click, all of the elements nicely fly into the slide and give that very cool infographic. Now, in case you don't have more transition, so I'll just work on the first slide then. What you can do is I'll just group those for convenience. So group those parts. You can hold the shift key, so either drag around them and then press Ctrl G, or select the shape, hold shift and select the text and Ctrl G as well. So those two things work to group them. And now I'm going to animate the layers. So let's select those and go to animations. And here you can choose. You can either go for fade animations, float animations, rise. I think float will work really well in this case, especially if we add a little bit of a delay to it. And then the clouds, let's have those fade in. I think that will be cool. You can also animate them from the side. That doesn't really matter too much. Depends on the style that you want to create. Go to animation pane and I'll select those here, open triggers and timing. And I'm going to select the grouped item, so the text of the infographic. And then the first one can go on click. And the second one, I'll do a 0.1 delay, 0.2 on the other, 0.3 on the next one, 0.4 and 0.5 5 on the last one. And let's also do these with previous, the clouds, also with a 0.2 animation maybe. Same for the others, so 0.4, that's a group part, 0.6, and 0.8. Now, of course, this should play with previous. And now let's preview that part. I forgot to animate the light bulb, but you know how to do that. So as soon as you click now, all of the other things animate in, and you can do the same for the light bulb as well. So if you want to do that, you just select the light bulb and do maybe a float animation, which you then do with previous, and you drag it all the way to the top. And if we now click, we can see that the animation or the infographic is nicely animated in PowerPoint. So now you know how to make and animate those infographics in your slides. And if you want to save a lot of time while making presentations, I also have a lot of tutorials available. And if you want to really master the techniques of good presentation design, I also have a program that you can access via the link in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.